individuals can live without prayers, but surely society cannot without it. So at this juncture, we want to invite the Imam of the course ward to lead us for the prayers. Imam Bamusa Sisi, it's over to you. It's over Daela, yeah. So Alaman Sola Kairola and then.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salatu ala nabi. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. آمن رسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنين كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه رسله لا نفرق بين أحد رسل قالوا سمعنا وأطعنا كفرنا ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لنا ما كسبت ربنا ولا تحملنا إن عصينا أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحملنا سرا كما أمرتنا الذين من قبل ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا نحن الكافرون لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته عاصيا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأنساب نضربها للناس لعلكم تفكرون والله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة وهو الرحمن الرحيم والله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس سلام للمؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله أما يصرفون والله الخالق البارد يسر السماء والسماء يسبحك ما في السماوات ما في الهوى الذين حكيم ربنا اكتم لنا نورنا اغفر لنا إنك على كل شيء قدير ربنا إنك جامع الناس يوم لا ريب فيه إنك لا تظلم إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويؤتي نعمته لك صراط مستقيم وانصرك الله نصرا عزيزا والذين نزل سكينا في قلوب المؤمنين يزداد ما إيمانكم والله يرسل السماوات والأرض وكان الله عليما حكيما إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين صلاة على النبي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وسلم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وسلم اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا مولانا محمد وسلم المال سوكاري المال سوكاري المال بركة قرآن فرما دين مساء الله وسلم وكاري.
Imam, and may Ya Allah answer our prayers. Next, we want to invite Mr. Victor Sambu to lead us for the Christian prayers. Mr. Sambu is over to you.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. As it is in heaven, give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from every evil. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Hail Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without an end. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
Ya Allah, who has the steerage of our course, guide our sail in this new venture. And because like I said, we have been here for long, but again, it was the week, and I will always say that, because we are here to celebrate a moment. And you look at that high table, a lot has been done by a fantastic group of people, under the leadership of some great personnel for us to reach here. And of course, we want to call on Mr. Uncle Babu Cham to give us the welcoming remarks. Uncle.
Warahmatullah. Ñu ngeen nuyu mbooloo mi di nuyu xale yi di nuyu teewaay bi yépp képp ku fi teew ñu ngi laa nuyu ci sa tur ak sa sant ñu fas yéene toog tey ak xale yi fii ci Berewuleng pour wane suñ mbégte toogaay bi nag kilifa yu màggan fi ñu ngi fi am suñ ministre Dr. Ismaila Cissé mu ngi teew jéefee seen kilifa yaa ngi fi teew suñ xale yi seen waajur yi ñëpp a ngi teew pour ñëw ñu bokk mbégte bi waxtaanee ko nde mbégte la boo xam ne nii Berewuleng moo ko liggéey waaye dafa passé Berewuleng fi ñu toll nii léegi dañ naan Gambia la ñooy waxal parce que foofu la toll léegi lii nga xam ne nii ci wàllum sport la suñ xale jigéen ñi nga xam ne nii gàcce ngaalama ak yéen jigéen ñu mën góor lañ liggéeyal nañ ñu fi liggéey bu am solo bégal nañ ñu ba fa bég em ku toog tey gis kopp yi nga xam ne ñu ngi leen rangale fii ñu ne ñana ko fi indi ñu ne xale yi jigéen ñi ñoo ko fi indi kon jërë ngeen jëf sant nañ leen gërëm leen bu baax a baax di leen ñaanal ca kaw ca kanam gannaaw buñ leen ñaanalee nag ñu ñaanal seen kilifa yi parce que lii bu waree am tey ñu mun leen di jot suba ngoon guddeeg bëccëg dinañ gërëm seen waajur yi parce que kenn ku ci ne ci yéen bu jógoon sa yaay ne ko toogal doo dem wala sa papa ne ko toogal doo dem lii du am waaye bàyyi nañ leen xam ne ci ngeen bokka te lu war a am la ba yàlla dimbale leen ngeen indi ndam lii daa waxtu bi lii ñu tegal Gambia yépp yéen a ko daw liggéey ko ba indi ko fii ñu indiwaat beneen ngeen liggéey ko daw ko ba indil ñu ko waaye yéen a baax waaye gàcce ngaalama ak yéen xale yu am jom ngeen ñu am fayda te am fulla ñun nag ay kilifa lañ ñëw pour teewee fii ñaanal leen parce que ñun wàlli ñaan rek lañ am kilifa bu bëggee ci njabootam daf koy ñaanal lim mun ren mu mun lu ko raw déwén kon yàlla defal leen bu loolu passé nag comme toogaay bi yàgg na wax ji du mun a gudda ñu won leen ne yéen a ngi jublu ci loo xam ne yéen a ngi soog a commencé door nag parce que bu ngeen liggéeyee ci réew mi fii ba liggéey li ngeen war a liggéey mu dem ba war a génn réew mi fi mu ne nii ngeen war a jongante ak ñeneen ñoo xam ne bokkoon ci réew mi ñun suñ ñaan dañ ci war a taxaw tem yokkal leen ñaan ba foofa itam ngeen am fa ndam loo xam ne dina raw suñ jorta ñun yal na ko yàlla def kilifa yi fi teew tey tamit ñu won leen ne ñii ak li ñoo dox ak li ñoo wax yépp li koy def du neen fuñ toll dañoo soxla ndimbal te ndimbal nag yàlla ko amee waaye ci loxo nit ñi la koy jaarale de waaw foog mu jaar ci loxo nit agsi ci yow kon yéen ñi toog nii lii nga xam ne mooy ministre bi tey di Ismaila Cissé docteur Ismaila Cissé mu ngi nii toog ci teewaay bi ak kilifa yi mu àndat ak ñiy waaj a ñëw te ak seeguñ ñu xam ne ñoo moom wax ji mooy lan mooy soxla ngeen dimbal soxla ngeen ko ci ñaan soxla ngeen ko ci am-am soxla ngeen ko ci taxawaay ñu gunge leen ba li ngeen di yóotu ngeen jot ko indi ko fii muy COP boo xam ne Afrique yëpp a koy teg xale yi indil ñu ko fii ci Gambia fii rawatina Berewuleng yal na ko yàlla def yàllaay dimbale yal nañu dimbale ñi fi ñaanit di ay kilifa seen ñaan yal na ko yàlla nangu bi jaay rasulullahi muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wax ji du mun a gudda toogaay bi yàgg na te ñu ngi am fii benn dëj boo xam ne ci gannaaw fii la nekk ñun ñoo fa war a dem itam jàppalanteeg ñoom waaye dañ leen won ne foog ñu ñëw teew fii buñ fi jógee soog a ñëw kon duñ guddal dara dañ koo gàttal ñu ngeen ñaanal yépp ñaanal nañ leen ñu ngeen ñaan ci yàlla lépp lu ngeen mun ren ngeen mun lu ko raw bu seen dara tardé bu seen dara manqué docteur Ismaila fi dina leen dégg ñeneen it dinañ leen dégg ku dul moom ñoom ñoo yore ndimbali réew mi fi mu ne nii na ngeen ñu dimbaleel xale yi ci wàlli finance wàlli ñaan wàlli lu mun a doon na ngeen ci taxaw ba defal leen ko ñii kat amuñ seen fay de waaw jox nañ ñu mbégte gu rëy 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 yal na yàlla fay leen. Thank you very much for all of you.
You had it in Wolof, and the prayers and the words of encouragement, and he made mention of it's a collective responsibility. But again, the source of every motion is greater than the motion itself. This group of players will go down in history. But of course, in Mandinka, it's a collective responsibility. You heard him say that.
Well, thank you very much, Yara, and thanks to Uncle Babu Sham. Paya fanyami suwa kangoto. Basiri nyimbengo mindo miya na fake na walong na sister soul will be young milialo go only player for this year in the 2025-2026 Gambia Football Federation Women's Sport Division. Itola win, win nyaming itola binala ka Gambia represent CAF Championship qualifiers mbagala wafu karo wala West Africa la TG Carol and nyinang our player Gambia. Last year I participated, it competed very well in a maiden edition in a senior followed it had for a bronze win, a third place win. Alga bulo ko siye. So wobu kubaleti and nyindinimol ni nara ya jibe imeda nyokanne imeda play kan nyokanne onkul nata ay wululal fanan tetu ay jey kantum e kato minke ni wulula kendul mantre bulu miliyala ko be sawarandi la iba mim kegal aba kwaliya friyake andum kaya fa nyami fawo ko doma no Abidjan ne min kada Dr. Ismaila Cissé min marata Ministry of Information Media and Broadcasting Service brikama dingolo ana ko fele akena modi ko min man jamfa berewlenna so kontanta la kola afana nata ja nyamin alin toma ko dem yalon ko the main MC mi kada lam jarati abe introduce la afterwards so you ko santen awarta brikama tide awarta berewlen tide because ñum sumu de ngol masirin dal ibitala Gambia la represent la anu ne dunia ko jibe sport is the biggest industry tije santen mi ala ko wala water sport the biggest industry is sport mansakunda momo ni dafa invest la ko buto the best way to invest is in sport bo nka teleje ko di Senegal ye kato dundi je rek fat rek yeke kubade nga mol jele mi ala ko ye family la life transform ye community la life transform some even banko fang eba min fankan ala fanko ya move them because of their involvement in the sport so sio meda bego meda ba may ko mun la bijaraga.
Thank you very much, of course, Mr. Kevin Sonko, for making sure that we reach a wider audience. Now, at this point, we want to recognize the presence of the high table. We know it's not easy. It's weekend, and they have to leave all other engagements to come right here to come and celebrate with us a moment, and of course, kickstart something with. Only God knows where it's going to end, and we hope this time around we go one step better, if not two steps, ahead. And bit by bit you can see the dignitaries are coming in, and my list now is becoming more and more, or heavier if you like. And the Honorable and his entourage have just arrived. And that's why you can see those handshakes, and I'm sure when they take their seats, we will now have the rare opportunity to introduce a list of high-profile dignitaries. We should be proud of ourselves, and everybody in Berawaleng, everybody in Brikama, and everybody in the Gambia, at this point we should be proud of ourselves, because whatever the case, whatever happens, we'll say we were there on the 2nd of August 2026, and these high-profile dignitaries were there. So, like the common saying, we were there and we saw it and it happened. At this point, on the high table, right in front with the red cap and then the royal blue and white jersey full of smiles, is no other person but Mr. Victor Sambo. Can we put our hands together for him? Mr. Victor Sambo is a board member, and of course, we all know when you see Victor, you see sports, you see Brikama, you see everything. You see Berewuleng and you see all these trophies. Mr. Sambo, you're most welcome to this day of days. Right after him, we have, again, full of smiles, a gentleman par excellence. Of course, Mr. Sadibou Kamaso. Mr. Sadibou Kamaso is the standard bearer and the team leader for Team Restore Confidence. Mr. Kamaso, you're most welcome to this occasion. And we are glad that you are here with us. Of course, from there now, I will just skip for the right reasons, and I'll come back later. We have Miss Seni Susoko Mboj. Can we put our hands together for her? If you know her, you look at her, you see Berewuleng. When nobody was there, they were there. And it is what they have done that kept us going, and that's why we are here today. Like we say, you know, it's always the start of something good that produces something remarkable. So, Miss Cisse, of course, Miss Seni, once again, you're most welcome to this occasion. We also have, at the extreme end, we have Mr. Babukar Seka, who is a representative from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Can we put our hands together for him? And of course, just before we started introducing the high table, like I said earlier, the Honorable himself, you know, arrived. And Mr. of course, Honorable Aladi S. Dabo of Brikama North. Of course, Honorable, you are most welcome. Can we put our hands together? We are elated that you are here, despite the busy schedule. We also have the women under 20 coach, Mr. Joseph Jaba, a former national team player. So, Mr. Jaba, you're most welcome. And of course, we also have, it's a long list, like I said, and it's getting heavier and heavier. We also have the current and the newest president of the Brikama Sports Committee, of course, who is a native of Berewuleng, Mr. Demba Sonko Bojang. Mr. Bojang, you're most welcome. And we are happy that you are here. And all the executive members of the newly elected Brikama Sports Committee, you know, you're most welcome. We have at the far, you know, end, when you look carefully, you see someone dressed in red with a black veil. You know, red for a reason and black veil for a reason. Of course, if there is anybody that you can identify quickest, it's her, and she has been everywhere. She epitomizes, you know, everything that has to do with women football, you know, if you like. And that is the CEO of Yakar FC, and that is Miss Adama Cisse. Adama Jaju, sorry. She's smiling. You know, Cisse for a reason. I'll tell you why we said Cisse. Yeah, we are in Cisse Kunda. So, we are right to say Cisse. And we meet again, Adama. And it's a pleasure that we meet again. You know, once again, you're most welcome. Of course, I mean, to all the parents, and of course, these heroines, led by one born winner, Mr. Fakeba Sen, and a technical team of people with High Excellence, we are saying you most welcome. And like I said, we will always have to bring the biggest man of the occasion after everybody has been introduced, isn't it? And we are, I can't say we are overwhelmed and we are elated. And this is a man, I wish we had an opportunity to talk about him. I was going to sit here and talk about him and talk about him and talk about him for the rest of the day, only to realize that I have completed and I have not talked about quarter of what he is all about. And we have the Honorable Minister of Information, Media and Broadcasting Services, who doubles as the leader of this campaign, Road to CAF, for this almighty football club. Can we put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody here? I welcome once again Dr. Ismaila Cisse. Doctor, we meet again, and we are happy that we meet again. So that is the list of high-profile dignitaries. Like I said before we started, it was getting heavier, and this is an opportunity of a lifetime that we are happy that they are here, and it was an opportunity that you and I and everybody was looking forward to. And now we are happy that it has come, and we are about to start something great. And KB, yes, that's the dignitary and the list for you.
Well, thank you very much. Just like you highlighted already, we have a very, very, very rich high table and members of the VIP here. So mbalbe ni mbara mal temdo mbal jelal nare nyamin ko jare afa nyamin angale kamoro mol min nara jay siara anda mol bi to fulano bara ama momo to fore nga ko gondi ñoy mi mol si ja wala mbi ka brewlen female team wala ñu sumudol mi yalla ko de nga bu mo dum den jasi fruge la roto kaf ka lunch akumara because wala kala officiality ka bunda yele kaje ko ma ferol fayla nyoka nyami kaje nyindi nimol e Gambia represent e kana Gambia damba represent but e remol represent ko ikake nyami serum kabi kata Gambia represent at wafu qualifiers for the championship, for the CAF Champions League kuma jamal fodale dol famo be bijere malla, but at the end of the day they turned out as the believers because it tatale for itata a bronze win. So near West Africa GB, Natundo GB, country 16 BJL, but little tata for a bronze win. It all senior Sudla Sabanda or the Notamal Kono. What could be alone for Janaka Buloko Sweden Noel? Yakata. Konapo Yami Commando. Sport who could let me alone go Kubalo. And Berlin management on me for that Ketlan Bay Jailer because ya kumase junale kalu yusumule ngale milubi jam bi familia kumase imantara jang ibadla doro ilote bakale because net la jama jibe mol buga sumudi ngol wala musol buge dum sport kono ba brewle e buga kusole je ba ke fongola ko ka kafu nyokan ka di sumudi ngol la ka je ko ye investi kundo fruso mo ke fende ndey sumudi ngol je ba sirinta i jama e ka Gambia fon represent ñu manke modi mi yalon ko ba play kam berewlen dambale but ndol fon e ka Gambia represent so ni ku mi mo nyama ni tara ko say ko pota adu ba flale ye ko pota nyami kulom mi yalon ko ñol tawro imagine serum e play dal ye ko flale win ye liko win ne ff ko win imam ma lose imam fo wan ma kilina ñinan ye liko be play le Michael il faut wala bat wo man ne fondi ko bo fawala so wo kule mi yalla ko kubala ñotta wala won eli go be play Michael il faut wala para me fondi ko bo fawala because masiri ta jaami tek ko bol faram ni ko bol be ko no la gina ko bo faram bi jande so ngi di mbara ye tendo
Abaraka Bake KB, and of course we are just witnessing the arrival of the governor, of course, Honorable Osman Bojang. So, like I said, this will happen, as we go into this program. and of course for what lies ahead. Well, at this point, we will also want to recognize, after everybody is seated, and then when you come in, you have to make sure that everybody is in, and then the owners of it has not just come on a silver plate. Lot of days of suffering, lot of tears have been shed. I have been a living witness of tears rolling cheek. Lot of consoling has happened. Lot of training, lot of we go again. Let's keep trying and trying and trying has happened. And surely it has paid dividend. And that's why you look at this. Nowhere in this country, no football club anywhere in the Gambia will you go to and you'll have a high table as decorated as this. Can we put our hands together for this fantastic lads of heroines? Like I always say, led by one workaholic who will never relent, Mr. Fake Basser, and a wonderful technical team. Now we want to, of course, call on, the technical, we want to call on Mr. Omar Gay to give us an introductory overview of the campaign and of course welfare and the technical plan of what this team is all about and what we are about to witness. Mr. Omar Gay.
Distinguished members of the board, management, our technical team, players, parents, invited guests, media representatives, partners, supporters, ladies and gentlemen. A good day to you all. Our theme for this campaign is Together Towards Continental Success. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today for a truly historic occasion in the journey of Berrowilliam Football Club. Berrowilliam Football Club is not simply preparing to play football. We are preparing to represent Brikama, the West Coast region, and the Republic of the Gambia on one of the biggest stages in women's club football in West Africa. After being crowned champions of the 2025-2026 GFF Women's First Division League, we have earned the honor of representing our country at the CAF WAFU Zone A Women's Champions League qualifiers. This is more than a football tournament. It is an opportunity to showcase the talent, discipline, resilience, and determination of Gambian women's football before the rest of Africa. Our responsibility goes beyond winning matches. We carry the hopes, pride, and aspirations of our families, our community, and our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, may I take this opportunity to brief you about this tournament. The CAF WAFU Zone A Women's Champions League qualifiers serve as the gateway to the CAF Women's Champions League, bringing together the champion clubs from across West Africa Zone A. Host country, the Gambia. The tournament would commence from the 25th of August to the 9th of September 2026. The participating countries within this WAFU Zone A would be the Gambia as a host, Senegal, Guinea, Conakry, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Mali, Cape Verde, Mauritania. This competition is about far more than lifting a trophy. It presents an opportunity to qualify for the CAF Women's Champions League, showcase Gambian women's football to the continent, give our players international exposure, open doors for future career and opportunities, make Brikama and the Gambia proud. Every match will be an opportunity to write history. Our visions and objectives for this campaign are clear. Represent the Gambia with pride, dignity, and professionalism. Compete successfully and qualify for the CAF Women's Champions League. Inspire the next generation of young girls to pursue football. Promote women's football nationally and internationally. Continue building Berrowilliam Football Club into one of the strongest football institutions in the region. Our preparations and welfare plan. The tournament is in August, which means our work begins now. Today, I would like to brief you on two important areas. How we are preparing the team for the competition, how we will ensure the welfare of every player throughout the tournament, our training camp programs. Our preparation will be conducted in phases. Presidential camp in Faraba beginning on Wednesday, 5th August for 2 weeks with intensive double training sessions. Followed by 1 week at the football hotel in Juntum for the final phase of preparation. The team will then move into the official tournament hotel 2 days before the competition begins and remains there until 2 days after the tournament concludes. Camp rules. Our camp rules are non-negotiable. One of the reasons why we want to see our camp rules here, because of these are kids that the parents and the technical team all has responsibilities within them. And we've highlighted that the team would be camped in 2 weeks at Faraba, plus 1 week within the football hotel before the tournament proper starts. So this is one of the reasons why we want to see our camp rules, so that the parents would know what are the things that are involved in our camp rules. So that when they try to get rid of their children, they would know that these are part of the times that we've already highlighted that they cannot get rid of them. To maintain we trying to put up these things in order to maintain professionalism and discipline. The following rules would apply throughout the camp. Our coffee is from 10 p.m. every night without exception. No mobile phones during training sessions, team meetings, or other coffee times. No visitors without prior approval from management. School-going players must bring their study materials so they can continue their education during the camp. So we are encouraging the parents to try to remind their daughters so that they can bring along their training materials, because Bere Willing is a football club that has prioritized girls' education, because that is life after football. And we want to join with families to make sure that we prepare this alongside with them. Our discipline is one of the fundamental success of this team. Players' welfare, no player is left behind. At Bere Willing FC, we firmly believe that success on the field begins with the players. Finally, I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone here and my sincere apology for the delay of the start of this gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. But you heard what he said, and I picked something. There is life after football. Very important, Kevin, in Mandika.
Well, this is something, I'm very much passionate about. There was a day, you remember, not long ago, we organized at the Sport Journalists Association of the Gambia, a day with Gambian legends. And then that on Friday, to the surprise of some people, because some of us have been reading, we have some ex-footballers, ex-sportmen and women, minister in this country. One among them was Honorable Max Axigay. So if those people can be ministers to serve this country, not only in sport, but in the highest administrative level, being in sport, Katara sport kono, amanya ka ke mo, sport can go side by side and in Karao. Because Karao at the end of the day, sport as some you can play like today I saw Ananyasi here. See the Soho Bidane. Play. But today they are serving at different level because Imam Karamo Fanam Bulaji. Ne Karamo Bulaji, about Poliala. The other day I was with Uncle, Shane. Lamin Sane, the former governor of our West Coast region. It's a former teammate Dolong. If you look at Uncle Sane, Atara governor of this region, permanent secretaries in different ministries of this country, directorate levels are baked. Mol bijel mi alon ko waro to ba sport kan mo be ko mi ado to ba sport kan wole to fo wan burola mala fita to fode but bade ko bijane mi alon ko ateka do ko ko woldo aka bade ko singola ke froya jo it becoming so sad wo mi nekana ni atela live dibe alal ka mol so ba ni ala live dibe ani Uncle Sane because Uncle Sane karamoni sport based samanyode and b aba Gambia nafakan aba fo nafakan. So atol France can know what it. So thank you, Mr. Umar Gay Koya for Nyami. One of the camp rules, one of the camp the renewal in illa study material in Abinalan. And what could me along personally, I think I'm very happy with that. So let's give a round of applause to the women management.
Thank you very much, and of course he talked to give us a statement, and that is during the intro I said it. History will always look at somewhere and it will always pick it there. These were the people who started Berewulem going, who gave us our first trophy back in 2012 when we were struggling in all the lower leagues. She is a former Berewulem player, a former Aboko player, of course, a former under-17 player who went to Azerbaijan in that Azerbaijan team we can all remember, who was not only in that team, but she was a teammate of one of our assistant coaches, Mrs. Ananyase, and of course, she is a former national player, and as if all that is never enough, she is one of the women football coordinators. You already know who I am talking about, the former women football coordinators. I can see all eyes looking at that direction. So, at this point, I want to welcome Mrs. Seni Sisokomboch on the podium to give us a statement. It's over to you.
I think for many years since we played, you started 2017, but I think I was starting 2012. That's where Berewulem started. Berewulem started, I think, in 2012 in the Nametan. And we were the first pioneer players to play for that. But before that, I would like to recognize the high table first. We have the Honorable Governor of West Coast. We have our Honorable Doctor, Ismail Assise, a friend also. And also a former boss, Sadibu Kamaso. And also now a candidate for the upcoming GFF election. We have Victor, serving different portfolios in Birkama Sport Committee. And also we have Honorable Alaji Esdabo. I don't know whether he will recognize me today. Because I have grown now. Now I'm married now, Lege Hale Magana. And the Alcalo, Charlie, and our beautiful mother. I always remember her when I come because she always serves us good food. And Fakeba, my good friend and a coach, so he coached me. But the most important part here is the players. We have two important, very important people. The players and the parents. If you are not here today, we are not here today. You are the product. So clap for yourself and congratulations. For me, this is not a surprise because Berewulem, ever since I started, I was happy because I can brag to say I was the star player, like Sarah Jaji, because I always follow you, because you are a goal scorer. It's important for us today to come. Why? Because everybody talk about structures. We talk about everything, but we forget to talk about something that is really important, and that's keep people together. And that's what, and that's the culture. But I will have a very good culture. And what culture is that? Parkeba is the architect of that, and his team. Why? Because what they do is they make people together. They make us feel that this is home. They don't only show us that it's only football on the pitch. Because when you talk about the components of football, which Charlie will also be a witness. If I'm wrong, you can rectify me. You have 4 components of football. That's technical, tactical, the psychological side, and the social side. So most of the time, Gambians only focus on these two areas. That's the technical and the tactical. But the most important, that's on the pitch when you're playing football. The coach will shout, we have the 4-4-2, we have 3-5-2, or whatsoever tactics that you're going to play. But the most important part is the welfare and the psychological part of the individual, and that's the players. So when Barrow Willing structured these things, then I feel myself that I am home. I always say Brikama is my second home, and that's Barrow Willing. And today I am here not as a guest. I am here as a person who is part of you people, who started this thing with Anna Nyasi, with others like me, all of them now. Because now we are mothers and we are controlling homes now. But let me give you a short snap of what are the importance of the slogan that I always say, that there any obstacle that you're Dembaje. Why that when we are playing in the World Cup? Because there was a lot of issues happening. There were lots of psychological side because we are not mentally ready, because it's our first time appearance in the World Cup. Like when the moderator was saying that because he said the first time you went third position, second, till you become the champions. So that is fighting spirit and consistency. That's not overnight. You build it around the processes of everything. Now, why saying it today? I will give you a motivation. And I'm still on the journey. I'm young. But at least now, I'm in football administration and technical side. Yes, I played football, but I have a very short career. Why I sacrificed my career to help young ones to grow in the Gambia, becoming the development architect of women's football in the Gambia. And then from there, what happened? I never gave up. Yes, I resigned. And where I did, I went to America, then to Denmark. And the funniest part of my journey is, I work in men's football more now in women's football, because maybe my energy is more, maybe the level is high, but women's football is always part of me. Now I'm back again, trying to help the young ones also, not only about playing football, but how to structure your future. You can leave football anytime because we are women, yes, but also you can work in football. You can be anything, coaches, you can be administrator, you can be a physio, you can be an advocate, you can be a psychologist. You can be anything in football. And now football is not a form of game. It's a business. And I will also thank one individual who is not here. That's Basiru Bayo. He did a very good job. So with that, I will conclude to say, the mothers, suñu yaay, rôle bu baax ngeen play tey ngeen ñëw fii. Dama kontaan parce que jigéen doom bu jigéen ngeen am. Te doom bu jigéen fu mu nekk foo ngeen laajte. Saka suñu nekkee si yeneen loxo ay góor waaye yàlla def na ne Barrow Willing am na te lu leen nekk di xeex pour ñu asi ay jigéen si ngay gis Anna Nyasi ak suñu yaay bii nii ñëpp bokk si parce que dafa important pour yaay yi xam seen doom yi fu ñoo dem parce que ay doomu jigéen lañ parce que man maa ngi meloon comme ñoom waaye tey soo gisee tey ma àgga fii tamit suma yaay dafa nekkoon jigéen bu xarañ jigéen boo xam ne mu ngi woon suma gannaaw jigéen boo xam ne si lu ma nekka bu ma doon def Azerbaïdjan route to Azerbaïdjan moom foofu ba mu pledge xaalis because dafa gis doomam si lu mu nekka waaye tey maa ngi ko njëriñ maa ngi ko may thousands of dollars tey mu ngi receive xaalis bi ko gis na fu maa jëmee parce que loolu laa bëgg te tey maa ngi sëy am suma ñaari doom sëy tamit ak coach ko tamit xam ne si football la nekka soo tey maa leen a ñaan emotional side bi dañu la dimbale foofu noonu sometimes dina métti ak gars yi waaye yéen yaa ñoo xam ne yéen a ko war a jàppale si nan moo nekka xool si luñ nekka bu leen tayal bu leen toog tamit ne nga ne ok ñu si loxo bu baax bu ko tey wax ne wax bu rafet ngeen bàyyi seen loxo loolu amul dangeen naa toog ak gars yi su ñoo play ngeen dem seetaane seen camp fu mu nekk ngeen dem xam si luñ nekka because foog ñu jànga parce que after football bi dañ ko bàyyi dañoo mag comme man soo tey bés bu baax la ngeen ñëw ngeen fekkee fii nii lii tam war naa dal seen xel ne gis ngeen fi gouverneur bi gis ngeen fi ministre bi mu ngi toog gis ngeen fi ñoo xam ne ñu si football ñu si xarañ ngeen xam ne du ay fi caaxaan lii loo xam ne la lu am njëriñ la tey am nañ player yoo xam ne ñu ne naa pay thousands of euros te ay African ladies leen so one of them or most of them can be millionaires most of them also mun nañoo nekk administrators tey maa ngi am koo xam ne suma collègue la liggéey naa moom si lu bari muy Adama Jaaju jigéen bu xarañ la te def day liggéey torop when it comes to women's football te moom dafa nekk ne koo xam ne tamit jàppale na torop man suma boppa I really wish to work with her one day in GFF before but in future kenn xamut aduna lu moo demee it's possible but tey luy njëriñ bi moo nekk ñu ngi fii nii tey pour sargal pour won gay ne yoon buñ jël ni nak yoon bu baax la te mën naa leen si jàppale te li ñoo def yee moo nekk ñu join hands to them together and also support them, and I'm really convinced that you will be performing respectively in the WAFU tournament, and the cup will stay in Gambia, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Thank people the platform, they can talk and talk and talk. At a minute I was like, hey, well, let me not say it, right? But I know they can talk, and then they cannot only talk, they can give us, they can speak. You know, there's a difference between talking and speaking, so they can speak. And, you know, what she said I think is important. Come, akamu for nungamera kumata bake punga for ni manika kamola nanyol. I'll tend to ajay because I'll simpa dal minta akumata bake because at the end of the day the ningola nyatota ani you know ila sama because the ningolem sama alfalti ila nyatota umumbila dokwenti to bele nyanta bol ka flo ma kaje ko ngani dingol makoy no kaje ko ila famuna o ila fakela mindi sama alma ala silo soni andie of course kabira diamu kan o ala diamu ko no ay ku kilifo way hakilo murundi kabira 2012 because denga tari ko that in 2017 la but comment on ngafole ko am itollem mo follow the millier ko bonati pere wulen jam kabrin 2012 but again you know when she said she can remember all the good food you know that they were eating at that time. I remembered our mother, you know, she has just been brilliant and she has just been there throughout, you know, Minketa Molbamati na Amindia Sise. No, Sise because we are in Sise Kunda, Naso Bulola, because Kabri 2012, 2013, 14, 2026, even before that, Kewolwo Musolwo ngamo kumanina jang ala kuma follow keta munti walem hakilo murunta koma ya aya remember le ka domorol min domonu jang woto waya tandile ko na I know aya nyata sifa min tala yo tala atle mol ba mata atle ma beti no bango mi jang momo bi jang be salon ko berewulem bama madam Cissé atle ma beti woto at this point she deserves another round of applause. Yeah. And when you came you ate. They were asking you, did you know this? You said no. So you can only eat that because our mother is around. Thank you very much, ma. Yes, at this point, because time is running thick and fast, we want to call on Mr. Sadibu Kamaso, the standard bearer of Team Restore Confidence, to also give a word of advice to the players, to the technical staff, and everybody who is present here, because we are up against a huge task, and that is continental showpiece, and this cannot be possible without, you know, discipline. And so the disciplinarians will be here to give us some words of encouragement and advice. It's over to you, sir.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alemen soto amanke manda bounty, it's immense work ethics, tenacity, and the unrelenting will to achieve success. So I think you should be able to give yourselves a round of applause for this achievement. There's a saying in English called, growth requires monumental tension to be progressive and sustainable. If you look at an elastic, a rubber band, it has its size, but Foyasaba, fast grow. And what you guys have achieved in the last tournament is monumental. Now you've gone back, you've read from the mistakes, you understand the inner intricacies of playing in a tournament of this nature. This is the time to make it better. Young girls are watching from Brikama, young girls are watching from URR, from LRR, from Banjul. Your sisters are watching, your family is watching, the whole of the Gambia is watching, because we are all behind you. Today, you're not just representing Berewuleng, but you're representing the whole country. We know you've got what it takes, because what you've achieved is historic. So please go out there, wear your hearts on your sleeves. It will be very tough 90 minutes, every game. Any match that you play, take it as this is the final to take us to the next level. Because the WAFU A Championship, once you win there, you qualify to the CAF Champions League, where a mere qualification gives you $150,000 US just by participating. That's a lot of money.
We know you have what it takes, because talent alone does not develop football. It's the plan. And what you've done here shows that you have a good plan. By the organization and even the launch of this road to CAF alone shows that this team has what it takes. So a round of applause also to your backroom staff, to the team and the management for what you've done. It shows that Berewuleng has what it takes. You are not just going to the tournament just to participate. You're going out there to win. And we know you've got this. So we wish you well, and you have our support. And as my personal contribution to your road to CAF, I'll give $25,000. That's a contribution to your road to CAF. I thank you all for coming here, and I appreciate the honor for giving me the platform to talk. Thank you.
Call him and he will respond within the blink of an eye. And that's what he is. And then we've all had it together. And then he's just said without any iota of doubt that his contribution is already $25,000. So from the word go, $25,000 is on the table. Hard work always pays. This is what the elders say. Hard work will always pay. And he said, he made mention of something. And when you look at this high table, you know it has not just come by chance. You know something remarkable has been done. You know there has been a lot of work both day and night, in rain and in sunshine. You can see the replica of the Ballon d'Or. You can see the two giant trophies at the corners of the FF Cup of 2025 and the Champions, trophy of 2025. You can see the second division, trophy as well. And when you look in the middle, you can see the newest trophy. That's the one we just won this season, despite all the hurdles. Others might think, that's we've not performed as we did last year. But again, one thing we know, and one thing was certain, or one thing nobody can take away from this team is, at the beginning of the season, Berewuleng were champions, and they are still winners in 2026. So thank you very much, Mr. of course, Kamaso, who is ever present. And now I want to also call on the Honorable, of course, Governor of Honorable Alaji S. Dabo of Brikama North, to give us a statement and a word of encouragement as well. Honorable, it's over to you.
Honored to be part of this occasion. I think this is the second in the series as far as Brikama sport is concerned. We had launched the Brikama United participation in the CAF Championship when Brikama United represented Gambia for the CAF Club Championship. That was launched in a ceremony at Boxbar, and I was privileged to be part of that ceremony. And that ceremony was what I call, I bounced back. Then when I had left Baisa for some times, and then I returned back, it coincided with that. And I told the audience, I have bounced back. Then today also I'm privileged to be part of this event, which I want to borrow from the short story of Seni Siso. Yes, Berewuleng for the league championship might have started 2017, but Seni was right. It started before the league championship, but the Nawetan, how did Berewuleng get into the Nawetan? It's important we also tell you that story. One Suleiman Sow, he is somebody who is very passionate in promoting sports in the Gambia, organized under 13 and under 15, both male and female, for young boys and girls competitions. And Brikama was part of the communities. Then it was community football, who registered players for those championships, male and female too, under 13 and under 15. The teams were named after prominent figures in Brikama, the late Malang Aida Bojang Emai and the late Dembo Sane or Maudo Sane.
Fortunately, one of the teams won the trophy for the male category, and that's the Dembo Sane team. It was after that tournament, Brikama Youth and Sports saw the need to introduce female football in our Nawetan competition. We started for the first time introducing after that tournament so that we can still continue to scout young talents among the female form, not only to focus on male football. Berewule was one of the communities that registered female teams to participate in that Nawetan tournament for female teams. And I could vividly remember one of those players, yes, was Seni Sisoho, registered by Berewule. We had allowed in our rules for limited first and second division players to be registered. And Berewule was very good in scouting talents. They went in for the Red Scorpion players, the Abugo United players, then Seni and then Aisha, Sedikan and others were part of the Berewule team. Then Berewule became very formidable in Brikama Nawetan, not only in the male category, but as well as the female. From there, as Brikama United saw the need, or Brikama saw the need to get into the first division and then the second division, Berewule also saw, Brikama as a community, we could not do it, but Berewule saw the need to register and participate in the GFA or GFF national leagues. And then eventually, they rise until now, they are to represent the Gambia in the women WAFO qualifiers. I am very much delighted that the dream that we had then to encourage female football or to introduce female football in Brikama have been realized to an extent, not only to become champion in the Gambia, but they are representing the Gambia to WAFU. To be part of that history, let me commend Umar Gang. He was behind the Berewule female team. Fakeba Sen was part of the female team. And Bako Boja, why is he? Bako was very much instrumental behind the Berewule female team. Bako should also be commended. And not to mention what Basero Bajo. He was also the brain behind the Berewule female football team. On that, I also have my little support or contribution towards this championship. And then I will also give my token of donation, a sum of 25,000 for your preparation towards the championship. I wish you all the best. And Brikama as a whole, we wish you all the best. And we are proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alhaji S. Dabo. Hey, this is a moment. You know why? You know why? At this very material point in time, within the blink of an eye, we are $50,000 is rich. Can we put our hands together? With the blink of an eye, we are 50. Can you plug this? We are $50,000 is rich. And I hope we will get richer and richer and richer. Hard work always pays. And that's just the manifestation of what we have seen today. And yeah, everybody wants to be part of this. You see, when you win, when you succeed, everybody wants to chip in. Everybody wants to be part of it. And now that these are all signs of encouragement that we can go and push and push and push. If we come home with bronze, being the first Gambian team ever to go home or come home with a medal, this time around we have to go one step better, if not 2 steps better. But like I said, the headline is, and KB is ready to write, we are $50,000 rich. Aja, yes. At this point, we are going closer and we are getting closer. We want to call on Mr. Victor Sambu, of course, to also to give I'm not sorry, well, it's over to you now. We're not tying your hands or whatsoever. We know you are now, anyway, you've come after $50,000 has been pledged.
All other dignitaries, the technicians, the players and the management. I think I'm not a stranger here, I'm part of the family. Just to shorten the speech, because we've been waiting for long. When I was the president at Brikama Sports Committee, this is one of the communities that supported me so much in my endeavors, in my aspirations, in my dreams. So when I left Brikama Sports Committee, I said I will also plow back, or I will pay them the good things they've done to me when I was in difficult moments. So that is why I stood by Berewuleng up to this date. So I'm part of Berewuleng, I'm part of Berewuleng. As a small person or the smallest on the high table, I think I will also pledge you people a $10,000.
Hello, we are going closer to the $100,000 mark, which we feel the more it comes, the better it gets. Hello, can you say the more it comes, the better it gets? So, in 3 minutes or so, we are already $60,000 rich, and it's getting go and some. Thank you, I like that. 60,000 and some. KB, don't tell me your support. You are waiting to tell me you pledge your support. Yes, so we have heard it, and then we are getting closer to it. And at this point, I want us to give a standing ovation, if that's acceptable. Hello, at this point, something remarkable is about to happen, and I want us to recognize this moment with a standing ovation. Everybody should be standing up. With a standing ovation. It's a moment of moments, something that we have been waiting for. After being $60,000 rich, at this point, I want to invite to the podium the torchbearer, the leader of this campaign, I'm running out of words. A proud son of Brikama, not very far from Berewuleng. Somebody who, when Brikama calls, he's always in. And I will say this, the most available minister at all times. Call him, knock at his door, he is available. Remember, he is not only here as a proud son of Brikama. You cannot start the history of the football club called Greater Tomorrow without mentioning his name. We need he deserves an applause for that. Yeah. And the longer we stay on our standing ovation, the bigger it is becoming. So at this point, I want to introduce and welcome to the podium Dr. Ismaila Cissé, the Minister of Information, and of course, and Media, as well as the leader of this Road to CAF campaign. Dr. It's over to you.
Thank you. Can everyone sit down? I think Zadara should not have forced you to endure the standing ovation, but nonetheless, thank you very much. He's a man I've admired for a very long time. I remember the first time I heard his voice making a football comment was at the Box Bar. I think it was 2-3 years ago. And I didn't see the face, I just heard the voice. And he was making a comment. I was like, did we get someone from the UK doing a comment in the Gambia? Or what? I was so impressed, I had to make sure I see the face. I didn't have that much money with me that day, but I put something in the envelope and said, can you give it to the commentator? Because I was very impressed with what you are doing. And I even thought that maybe perhaps it's time, I'm sure that somebody is here to represent the Minister of Youth and Sports, to send people like this guy abroad for overseas training so they can be able to develop their skills more, because football goes with commentary. And I guess Simba will help and develop the skills that you have. Sometime last week or 2 weeks ago, I received a letter from the Brikama Berewoleng Football Club, the female football club, from the board, I think, that they wanted to visit my office to come and pay courtesy call and to come and kind of deliver their trophy to me. And when I realized the logistics that would take for them to come all the way to my office, I suggested, no, I come to meet you, Berewoleng, because on point of correction, I'm not outside, I'm from Berewoleng. Where I live in Berewoleng. I grew up in Berewoleng, I went to school in Berewoleng. We used to traverse this Berewoleng road. Then there was no town in it, huh? It was the real Berewoleng at that time. To go to Brikama Primary School every day, year in, year out. So I'm from Berewoleng. And then I came and I was ambushed. Instead of handing me the trophy, I was told that I was going to lead the campaign. And I was told that you are going to decide now. You're not even going to think about it. And I accepted that you would lead this campaign to this qualification. And I can tell you one thing today. We are going to win. And we are going to win, and we are going to win. No doubt about that. The level of confidence, the level of discipline, the level of dedication, the support from the staff, the synergy within the team, I see no reason why we cannot win this tournament and go to CAF and also even win at that level. But before I proceed, I'd like to use the opportunity to recognize the presence of certain people here today, starting with the Honorable Governor of West Coast Region, my brother, Mr. Honorable Usman Buja, and also Mr. Sadi Bukamos, whose work we've been following from afar, and we wish you all the best in the coming elections for the President of the GFF. And Mr. Victor Sambu, also a proud son of West Coast Region, who has also contributed immensely to football in not only Brikama but also West Coast Region as well. Seni Mboj, I've also admired her and I've followed her work. And I think if one of you are looking for an inspiration, look at Seni. See, female football is difficult. Society's expectations from female are different from our expectations from men. But that is changing. And you are changing it. And Seni helped change that perception about women playing football. I was told to come and discuss the roadmap of the campaign insofar as corporate support is concerned. But I wouldn't speak on that. We would want to work on that. And when we finally get the results, then we can speak on that. But I was also supposed to talk to the parents. But there's no need for me to do that as well. Because Seni summed up everything that is to be said. And I think if any parent amongst you is doubtful about whether you should allow your child to play football, your daughter, just look at Seni's story and that should convince you that you should not only allow your daughter to play football, you should also support her to play football. So Seni, thank you very much for the contributions you've made in female football. And I'm going to tell you this. We all know Maradona, isn't it? He's from where? When he was playing for Napoli and he was making great success in the World Cups, was Messi born? Huh? Who earned more money? Messi. Huh? So don't think don't think people like you and Seni, you are going to make millions in football. You are laying the foundations for the next generation. Someone has to start. The people who started football, the Pele, not started, but those who really, the whole world knows about them. Today, the highest paid footballer is who? Who is the highest paid footballer? Ronaldo, the Mbappes, the Messis, they're all paid. And I think they are paying Saka of Arsenal £300,000 a week. That is every week, he goes home with about $30 million. Every week, every Friday. People like me will work as a minister until I die. I'll come back and work for 5 times. I'll not receive that amount of money. But for him, every week, he receives that. But 25, 30, 40 years ago, somebody else was playing in the Premier League. He wasn't receiving even £10,000 a week. So what you are doing, and people like you are saying, you are laying the foundation for the next generation. They are going to make the money, not you. You are just opening the way for them. But nonetheless, I think if you work hard and with dedication, you can also achieve something through football. I think I've acknowledged the presence of the representative of the minister here with Seni. And I'll come back again to the Honorable National Assembly member of Brikama North, my brother, Mr. Dabo, Honorable Dabo. I think you've also contributed immensely to football in Brikama, and also his entire team, and everybody who's sitting here today, the parents of the footballers, the staff, the board, the technical team, the media, everybody. So my speech won't be long. I've been given a task to lead the campaign, and we've started that work. So I wouldn't speak on that. We want to give results. When we get the results, we'll come and speak on that. For now, I just give a bit of an admonishment to the girls here today. And the first one is for you to know that football is not only a game. It is not. With football, you can enhance your confidence. And one thing what you should take note of as footballers is that you cannot succeed if you don't have discipline. No matter how talented you are, even if you can play better than Messi and Ronaldo put together, without discipline, you cannot succeed in football. That is one. So make sure that whatever you are doing in the game of football, discipline is critical to your success. And when I say discipline, I don't mean discipline in the pitch alone. Even off-pitch discipline is also critical. Sometimes we ask ourselves this question. Many young Gambians go abroad for trials. They pass the on-pitch trial, but they fail the off-pitch trial. And there comes education. That is why we should now start to integrate these things in our curriculum. Because you go for trial in the UK, for example. They'll check how you behave when you are not even on training. They'll give you 3 days off. How will you use that 3 days off? Are you going to the nightclub? Are you going to be on social media? So discipline is the bedrock of your success. The second thing is that let nobody tell you that football is only for men. How many girls are in the Gambia? I don't have the statistics. But why is it that you are playing football? Because you have the talent. You have the talent. I know some of you have been better footballers than myself. And I'm pretty much sure that is the case. So football is not only a man's game. But anybody can be a footballer and anybody can succeed in football. Now, I want you to dream to become football superstars and not only play in the World Cup, but also to be playing for big teams in Europe and the US as footballers. And I think if you are dedicated, if you train hard, if you work hard, if you are disciplined, you will achieve that goal. And the fourth one, I've already said it. You are not playing for yourselves. You are playing to inspire the next generation. Because you are going to lay the foundation for them. So when they come already, much work has been done. And they might even reap most of the benefits of your hard work. Now, another thing which I think is an important value for you to succeed is be humble. Humility is a virtue that can take you a long way. And the other one is don't ever abandon your education. I think someone said that here. If Seni wasn't educated, she wouldn't be doing what she's doing today. Because football is a transitory period, the game itself. How many of you can play until you are 35? The career of a footballer is very short. It's the shortest, in fact, of all careers. By 34, 35, you retire. After that, what? After retirement, what are you going to do with your lives? So take note of that. Make sure that you learn and educate yourself so that when you retire from football, you can go on to do something else with your life. So in a nutshell, I have no doubt that you are good footballers. Otherwise, you wouldn't do the successes in the field, in both at the GFF level, but also at the continental level. That we should now complement your talent in the field is your character. And I've said those characters here, and I think those characters are the ones that you should pack with your bags. When you pack your bags to go to the camp or to go to start your tournament, don't forget those characters behind, pack them together in your bag and take them with you. What are those characters? One is what? What did I say? Huh? Discipline. Pack discipline with you and take it along. And what is the second one? Humility. Character number 2. Take it along. Be dedicated. Have confidence in yourselves. With these characters and with the talent you already have in the field, nothing can stop you from conquering the world of football at any level. So we're here to support you. We have started work to make sure that everything you need, be it materials, be it equipment, be it logistical support, we are going to give it to you. We are going to make sure that you are comfortable. We are going to make sure you eat well and you sleep well. You dress well. What do we have? What do we get in return? Huh? Trophy. Is that a promise? You don't seem to be confident. Can you stand up and tell me yes? All of you should stand up. What do we get in return? What do you get in return of all the nice food that Auntie Ami has been cooking for you? What do you get in return? What do we get in return for the sleepless nights and the energy and the time that your staff, management, technical team has been expending on you? What do we get in return? Victory, huh? So I have no doubt. I'm already confident. Auntie Ami, win nañ ba pare. Wow, win nañ ba pare. So just to close, just to end my speech, I have no doubt that you will win, but just take note of the advice I'm giving you. And for the rest assured that we are working hard to make sure that we give you all the resources you need to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And one of the most highly paid Gambian footballers is Sidi Abubakar Kinte, who has, started his career, with Greater Tomorrow. Soon, I'm sure, Pamudu, another star from Greater Tomorrow will sign will move from his team to
another team elected into office some couple of weeks ago to give us at least a word of inspiration, and then we have 2 more speakers and then we wrap this up. Yes, can we put our hands together for Mr. President, another proud citizen of Berewuleng, you know, the Brikama's newest president. It's over to you.
Assalamu alaikum. I would like to first greet the high table from Dr. Ismail Assise, who also happens to be my brother, Victor, and also my big brother, the Governor Usman, and every other person sitting, including our Honorable National Assembly Member Alaji S. Dabo, who all of us know the contributions he has done in sports in Brikama and the environment. Well, for me, it's a very, very proud moment for me. Looking at what Berewuleng football team, the female team, has been able to achieve. We actually started the journey, and in fact, it is a proud moment to have realized that, you were able to win 2 trophies in a row. So, up to today, the male team has been struggling to get into Division 2 and Division 1. So, getting the name of Berewuleng to where it is, we want to thank you girls for that. And in fact, it is in turn going to not only stay as Berewuleng, but the country at large. You are representing Gambia. And just like the previous speakers have said, it is our responsibility and everyone's responsibility, not the citizens of Brikama, but the entire Gambia, to ensure, whatever your targets are, you are able to achieve it. So whether it is a 50 bututs here, $1 here, $2 here, to 100,000, let's chip in, let's support the girls. Because when they are able to bring the target we've heard from the minister is the cup. And you guys have promised that you are actually going to bring the cup back. But of course, before you receive an output, you expect an input. And he has promised that that input would definitely come. And we charge all of ourselves, including myself and the rest of people here and out there, to ensure, whatever you need in camp and also in the competition, nothing is lacking. The minister has promised that, that is going to be forthcoming. But just like the previous speakers, we all had to put our hands together, put our resources together to ensure, what you need, you have everything. And we're also going to see what we can do individually. Just like I've said, this is not an individual objective, it is a collective objective. Once you are able to bring the cup, it is for the Gambia. So we wish you all the best. And just like the previous speakers, I'll also pledge 10,000 to support your cause. And I know, and I'm certain that, with what I've seen the previous years you've done, you're definitely going to ensure, the cup is brought back. And we are happy to receive you at wherever, we are receiving you at any port of entry with smiles all over our faces, because we know you are going to do it. Thank you very much.
I'm going to write. In 5 minutes, we are just the shade over $100,000 on day 1. That is to say, we are 70. Can you clock it? We are $70,000 rich, at least for now. That is just for now. And he said it's a collective responsibility, and all hands must be on deck to see this happen. And I'm sure with the players that I'm seeing and who have been brilliant throughout, from 2025 right down to 2026, it's going to happen. And the bare minimum, I'm sure we have promised the cup, but the bare minimum is 1 step ahead of bronze. So once again, good luck to everybody. Now at this point, we are almost at the very tail end of this entire, day of speeches. There will be presentation of materials as well. Before we call on the Honorable Governor to give us the vote of thanks, we want to invite, one of the parents, that is Mr. Omar Sambu, to come and speak on behalf of the parents, because they have also been, key stakeholders in this. If it were not them probably we wouldn't have been where we are right now. They would have easily said, my child is not going, and nobody anywhere can do anything about that. So they are important stakeholders in this. Mr. Sambu, it's over to you.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Parents, I'm a native of Bakar, Zambia. I'm a teacher too. I want to thank everyone here because since 6 years I'm following Berewele, 6 years I'm following Fakeba. But still, what I see on that passing is what we call Jom and Fuller. Since then, I'm following his games. Fakeba is a person with Jom and Fighter. He made me following his game because I saw a good passing on him. The staff too. I want to thank, as the parents, we want to thank all the staff. We want to thank Berewele of what they are doing for our kids. And also, seeing our kids, sisters playing, watching them in TV, make us proud. It makes us a lot of things because of, we can't have the exact word to say thank you. And what I have also to my sisters for the kids is, Berewele believe on you, the coaches believe on you, the staffs believe on you, we parents also believe on you. Now what left? Go there and make us proud. Thank you so much.
Go there and make us proud, and proud we shall make you. Thank you very much. And we are also going on a GoFundMe campaign, and the wave number is there for whosoever wants to chip in, whosoever wants to help, and whosoever wants to understand that investing in football is everybody's business. Whether we invest, it's our business. Whether we don't invest, it's our business. And Berewele are not just going there for Brikama, they are not going there for Berewele, they are going there for the nation. And the wave number is 397-862. 397-1862. Wave 397-1862. Of course, we will share this in all the possible social media platforms, and of course, it's also on Wave and both Wave, sorry, and APS. So there we had it. The parents are also proud of the technical team, Fakeba and team. I can tell you one thing. This is something that I have never told anybody before, and the first time now I have this opportunity to say this, because a day like this you need to say this. Look, this Fakeba and team are high disciplinarians, and the parents, just to tell you that you do not have to have fear about whether your children are in good hands or not. I could remember back in the days, the first ever time I wanted to have an interview with a player of Berewele. That was long time ago. Of all people, everybody in Brikama knows me, yeah. But when I wanted to have an interview with this female player, she lived at Nyambai by the time, and I was also living just a stone throw. And you know what? She said, go and ask Fakeba. I was like, what? I had never heard anything like that. I wanted to talk to a player, and the player said, go and ask Fakeba, go and ask my coaches. And yes, that's how it should be. All the problems of this, of what we have, the former players can tell you, Ms. Mbek can tell you, the players all the round they course, they'll just go out and just talk like parrots. But that's not happening in Berewele. And this is because we are Berewele par excellence. Berewele, that sets the pace for others to follow. Now at this point, we want to invite the Satetio, right? Tundutio, the owner of all places, West Coast, that is the Honorable Governor, to Honorable Usman Boyang, to come and just shower us with his blessings so that we can all reach home safe. Honorable, it's over to you.
Talked about you. I remember as a young aspiring journalist being called by Soldier and Borambo in those days to the football field. We had Boxbar, then there came the stadium to learn commentary. And those years they have what we have today. But to hear what the Minister of Information just attested to, I think that says a lot. And I would definitely want to congratulate UMC for the team and for the very, very good presentation you did. And hopefully we'll work together, not only for this, but work together also to push you. This is our home, this is team, this is home, this is where we belong. And I think together we can do more. When I got the invitation, I saw that yes, the meeting, the venue was in this compound here. I knew it was going to be all about food, where you have Aminjai and Siri. You know, all that you do here is food. So I'm not surprised that she's been hanging around you since the inception to make sure there is always food wherever you come to. I can tell you, having Aminjai and Siri as parents, you have nothing to lose, and you definitely always have food at the table. So I want to thank them for hosting this event and thank the management, all of you, to have us here. I want to recognize definitely the presence of the Honorable Minister. Yes, he's from Berawuleng, and he rightly stated everything about Berawuleng, but that just shows that how much C is in tune with everything you are doing here. So Dr. Caesar, I want to thank you so much for working with this team to take the light, to be able to say, guess what, we can do it. There is a lot that is needed. We know the challenges. We need a lot of money. But I can tell you, with these young girls here, the first time they walk into my office with the management, I have the confidence that the light at the end of the tunnel is very, very bright. And I have no doubt that with your leadership, we'll be able to get more money than we could ever get, to be able to say to these young girls and their parents that yes, we can do this together. We have our folks who left. The National Assembly member, Honorable Ajidabo, was here. He already left. We also have the aspiring presidential candidate, one of them, Kamaso, who also just left. And I think we're going to go further, Dr. Cisse, to inform all the other aspiring candidates to make sure they pledge more than the $25,000 that Kamaso pledged. So we need to reach out to them after this meeting to let them know that, you know what, we may even have to balloon it a little bit, tell them, guess what, he pledged 25, but he's willing to give up to 50. So we want to hear how much you have to give. So I think we'll have to really work on that donors as much as possible. To see hearing from her, it gave me goosebumps to hear what she just said. We live in a society where female sports in general, whether it is football or anything, we've seen Gina Bass and others, they take a lot more. You have to be ready to risk more than a male. So, but to have you here and to have your parents supporting you, stand by you, sit by you today in this hot tent, come to the football fields with you, it says a lot about them. So to the parents, we really want to say thank you so much for your time, but most importantly for your encouragement and your allowing these young girls to achieve their dreams. Hearing from everybody here, I can tell you, and knowing the Berawuleng team, the culture they have. I heard them talk about their story, and I heard the Honorable National Assembly member talk about Saul Sow. It was in 2007 when Saul came to the US. We drove to Canada to see the Gambia play under 20. And at that time, with the talent we saw, we were inspired to have him start something here. I flew to Oslo in 2008 to push him, because he had the ability at that time to push for a tournament here where we can have young talents, young recruits to be moving from here to Norway. And then now to hear that this is one of the achievements that came through that, and become a native, I can tell you I'm very, very inspired, and I'm very, very appreciative of what you guys have, what you ladies have achieved today. And we will, as I said, we'll continue to work with you and achieve everything that you dream of to make sure we win, and we win big. I've also know that about when it comes to sports, like I said, the challenges that we face, but the environment today is very, very conducive. So you have an opportunity to make us all proud. You've heard the Honorable Minister spoke about some of the characters, and these are characters that you have to have, not only in sports, but in anything we do. Those of us who grew up here, I can tell you, a lot of people here knew us since we were younger. A lot of things we have today came through that discipline. With that, there is nothing you cannot achieve. And seeing young girls definitely taking the time to be able to say, guess what, I will do everything to maintain that discipline to achieve what I want to achieve. I want to assure you, at the governor's office, you have a partner there. I have been involved with you in a couple of your agendas, and I can tell you, it's so delighting to know that I can definitely contribute towards you. I've had the contributions, and I know that you couldn't wait to see how much to say the governor would probably pledge. But I know that you had a target of 100,000, so I will do the 50,000 towards whatever you have. And on that note, I just want to say thank you so much for the time, and I want to take this opportunity to apologize to you for the delay. Dr. Sisi and I had an official agenda earlier this morning to see the president of Gabon off, so that took us off our schedules, and that was not expected when we agreed to have this venue today. But again, I want to thank all of you and to the people of Berewuleng and Brikama and West Coast region. This is our team, and I will tell you that from now onwards, know that the whole of Brikama will be behind you. You are our ambassadors. You are not there to represent only Berewuleng. You are there to represent all of us. And this is why I came in my white today instead of my Berewuleng jersey, because I want to assure you that this is all of us, not just for Berewuleng, but for the whole of West Coast region. Thank you so much.